Good afternoon, welcome back to Expat Crib. My name is Ian, and today we're going to continue the neighborhoods of Poblado, the 3 to 4 best neighborhoods. Today we're in the neighborhood of Tesoro, right near Amsterdam Plaza, as you can see in front of us. Let's take a walk around this neighborhood. So, we'll start by going in the mall. I would actually put the neighborhood here of Tesoro as definitely one of the top 3 in Poblado as far as safety goes, as far as amenities goes. Today we're actually going to be walking through Amsterdam Plaza here and then off to Mall Tesoro, and we'll see some of the neighborhood on the way. So yeah, this was built, I believe, about 5-6 years ago. And this is a beautiful plaza that's perfect for dining. It has a convenience store downstairs also, but it's a great area for dining. One of my favorite restaurants is here, Crepes and Waffles, off in the corner here. Yeah, this is a place for a lot of business meetings. Again, Tesoro is one of the more high-end neighborhoods and one that I would highly recommend. When I do all the walkthroughs of the neighborhood, I will rank them from 1 to 5 or 1 to 4, depending on how many neighborhoods I covered. But this is Crepes and Waffles, one of my favorite restaurants. Oh my gosh, look at the ice cream. Amazing. Okay, and right there you have Mexican, La Santa Guadalupe. Over here you have Peruvian, Peru Walk. When I first came to Medellin 15 years ago, there wasn't much international cuisine, but now there's a lot. And over here, we have Sushi Market. So for all you sushi lovers, this is the place. Olivia. I believe Olivia is like an Italian style restaurant. And then here we have a beautiful cafe, as you can see. Cafe and chocolate. BBC closed right now, but this is one of the best microbreweries in the city and actually in the country. You'll find many BBC bars in Bogota. Rocoto. Never been to that restaurant. And over there we have restaurant Isabel. There's a few of them in the city also. Persimmon is yogurt, and I believe gelato and ice cream. And then one of my favorite burger places is right here, Chef Burger. Absolutely love Chef Burger. All right, let's keep going here. So this area of Tesoro tends to be very clean. Again, it's a big tax base here. A lot of luxury apartments and still luxury homes up here. One of my favorite apartment complexes is actually this one right here, the Metropolitan, and it's close to everything. Again, it's about 20 seconds to Amsterdam Plaza. One of our clients bought in this place a few years ago, and he seems to love it here. Again, we are in Upper Poblado in the neighborhood of Tesoro. And I believe this is the second of 4, possibly 5 neighborhoods we'll be looking at in Poblado. And I would say for many expats coming who want it more safe and the more established area, Poblado is definitely it. Again, Poblado's not for everyone. Myself, I've lived in Sabaneta, which is at the other end of the valley here. I love Sabaneta. I live in a place called Avis Maria in Upper Sabaneta. But for the 15 years I've been here, probably 12 to 13 have been in Poblado. So I highly recommend Poblado for people who are coming for the first time. Again, as you can see, many apartment buildings in this area. Many of them were built in the 90s, so they're not too old. And then in the last few years, there's been some more development in this area. In this area too, there's a mix of, I guess, what we would call townhouses here, as you can see. And across the street there, you can see good public transport. Bus goes by every few minutes.
Delicioso.
So right here you have another plaza with Pharmatodo, which is the, I would say, probably the biggest drugstore now in Colombia. Let's take a quick cruise through here. So the reason I love this area is because everything is here within walking distance, as you can see. So I would put Tesoro and the Tesoro neighborhood high on the list. Again, Pharma Total, kind of like Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada, or I forget the name of the place in the United States, but there's a few big drugstores. I'm sure someone will mention them in the comments. This is a great little plaza here, and right downstairs you've got the major grocery store, Éxito. And this one is an Éxito Wow. And the Éxito Wows are like the flagship Éxitos. So everything you might need there. They have cafe and deli inside, everything. So absolutely one of the best stores for sure. But we're going to keep walking. Oh, over there you have Dollar City, which in Canada is Dollarama. I believe they're the same company. I think they came here a few years ago, and the people of Colombia love the dollar stores, as do Canadians. What I love about this city is, for I would say pretty much year round, outdoor dining is a thing here, which I love. Being from Vancouver, we might get 2-3 months of it, that's it. But yeah, this is very much an outdoor city, Medellin is. All right, we're off to Mall Tesoro, which is only about a probably 5-minute walk from here. But as you can see, many high-rise buildings in this area. So on this area here where we are, on the plain, from where we started walking to here and to Mall Tesoro, you don't need a car at all. Up there in those neighborhoods, you definitely need a car, or you can rely on Uber, which is very cheap here. But for those of you who are coming with a good budget, Tesoro's the area for sure. There's many beautiful apartments, and even there's still some houses in the area here. And as I mentioned earlier, probably the safest, I would probably put this neighborhood in San Lucas as the safest areas in the city, because they're kind of up from the entertainment zone and everything that goes on down there. So yeah, if you're looking for safety and more luxury living, up here in the Tesoro neighborhood is definitely a place that you should be looking. You can see through here, but right up there right there. We actually have the penthouse in this building for sale. I'll link the video below. Super, super high-end penthouse. Might get a better view here. And then about a 5-minute walk up just from there is one of the best hospitals in the city, Clínica Rosario. So if you're in need of a hospital very close, one of the best in Medellin is just up there. This light is always confusing. Anyone who's been up in this area knows. Okay, so we are just about at Mall Tesoro. So any area like 4 blocks up from here, 4 blocks from where we came, 4 blocks in the direction I'm walking now, are some amazing apartment buildings. A lot of them with all the amenities that you would need. One thing about crosswalks in Colombia, always look both ways, because a lot of times people don't stop. Got to be careful here. All right, so this is Mall Tesoro, one of the nicest in the city, the high-end mall. It's been here for at least, I would say, 20 years, but it always looks new. Right there you have Mac Center, authorized Apple dealer. There's no official Apple stores in Colombia yet, as far as I know. But if you're in need of Apple products, they have everything you'll need here. So this is Mall Tesoro. Here we have a Cole Hand shoes. There's a store I recognize from Canada, Bath and Body Works. Again, this mall has an H&M. It has a store that's similar to Best Buy called K-Tronics, and everything in between. It also has a major grocery store down below called Carulla, which is a pretty high-end grocery store for Colombia. Again, another crepes and waffles. This is actually where they serve desserts only, but they do have a restaurant, a standalone restaurant here. One of my favorite restaurants in Colombia, because they have a philosophy of employing single moms and giving them work skills. And again, the food is really good and really affordable. This is Ambiente Gourmet. If you're a chef, you'll fall in love with this store. And this is the area of small cafes and small restaurants and bars. And check it out. Look at the view that they have. I don't know many malls with this kind of view. So right down there, right over here, is a beautiful park. It's great for Sunday afternoon picnics. It's actually sponsored by the big water and electric company here, FAM. They actually have a library down there too. Cinemark is the theater company here in Colombia. And they're in every major mall here. Right over here we have a restaurant called Al Alma, which I've featured in one of the other neighborhood walking videos. It's an all-day brunch place and I love it. It actually has been in operation in Medellin, I believe, for about 12 to 13 years. So a lot of the expats love the all-day brunch. And at Al Alma, they have locations all over the city. This is Poblado. No shortage of good ice cream here in the city. We'll venture off to the other section of the mall here. This part of the mall was opened up, I believe, 6 or 7 years ago. So this is a new part of Tesoro Mall. So as you can see by the big tree here, they're gearing up for Christmas. Another popular restaurant here is Parmigiano, which has got an Italian style to it. And over there, if you can see it, Juan Valdez. So I mentioned before that there's a place, this is it, called K-Tronics, which is probably the closest thing they have here to like a Best Buy that we have in Canada and is in the US. So if you need electronics, TVs, things like that, appliances, K-Tronics is the place. This city is such a Christmas city, always setting up early. I think it starts here in October. I'm going to give a little tip here for banking. Bank-Colombia is probably the biggest bank in the country. And as you can see right there. And the thing about this Bank-Colombia here is very similar to some banks in Canada, where you can come and sit down and you can actually get things done here really quickly. And some of the other banks in Bank-Colombia, you'll be in a line for like an hour. But this one in Tesoro Mall, you can come in. As you can see there, you could have a coffee, but you take a number and you'll be served. And there's actually some bilingual staff here. So if your Spanish is not good, they could serve you in English here. So this is the Bank-Colombia Mall Tesoro. Pro tip, come to this bank here if you want to get things done fast. The bank upstairs, they actually have a bank upstairs where you can withdraw money. They have cash machines over here too. But if you need to get some administrative stuff done, this is the bank of Bank-Colombia you want to come to here in Tesoro Mall. As far as body care products, there are many stores here with skin products. UV protection, those kind of things. You see Victoria's Secrets and Ray-Ban. And one of my favorite coffee places, because I have a machine, is Nespresso. There's about, I think, 4 or 5 Nespresso stores here in the city of Medellin, and they deliver too with Rappi, so you never have to leave your apartment or house. You can get everything delivered here super cheap. I believe Rappi, the home delivery company, started here in the city of Medellin, and it's all over. It's a $1 billion company now, and it's all over Latin America. So, as you can see right here, H&M. All the major brands are pretty much here in Colombia now. Even the IKEA store I did a small video on a little while ago. Just opened up in the sister city or adjacent city to Medellin in Envigado. Envigado is another city here that's actually bigger than the area of Poblado and Medellin. We will be doing a couple neighborhood tours there because I really believe that's the up and coming spot, is the infamous city of Envigado. It's actually relatively safe over there also.
tiempo, amor. ¿Cuánto tiempo? Esta hora estoy buena en el centro. ¿Sí? O esta hora está en la
And as you can see, you're never far from a Starbucks here in Medellin now. I think the first Starbucks opened about 7 years ago now. You can see Adidas, well represented here in Colombia. I believe you pronounce it Minisoy, is a store with many different, I would describe them as cutesy items. They have USB chargers and things like that also. Kitchenware. So right here you're seeing the kids' play area, play park. Kind of like their own mini Disneyland in the mall here. And I want to point out for all the nomads out there, the digital nomads, that this mall really caters with free Wi-Fi for the nomads. So you can come here and hang out for as long as you want. You can plug in with your laptop and you're good to go. So we're going to end this little neighborhood tour right here. As you can see, this is the neighborhood of Tesoro, and we're in Tesoro Mall. But the reason I really love this area is because it's really highly walkable. Again, if you're on the plane that we came on here, there's about 2 or 3 plazas, and then there's this big mall Tesoro right here. So I would highly recommend, if you're coming to Medellin and you want to be in one of the nicest areas, then this area of Tesoro is definitely the place. I would definitely put it on my top 3 list of all the neighborhoods to live in the city of Medellin. And again, specifically this area is the area of Poblado. So hope you've enjoyed this little walking tour of this neighborhood. The neighborhood of Tesoro in Medellin. My name is Ian, and we'll see you in the next video.